Are you currently making something and it has a double-ended dart? You need to sew these in a different way to a regular one-pointed dart. I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, I'm going to mark the dart, and how I like to do that is with pins. I've got 2 layers of fabric here and my pattern, and I'm going to stick pins along the dart to mark where it is, making sure I'm going through both layers of the fabric as well. This is a hand-drawn pattern onto tracing paper. So I've popped the pins in, and all the ends of those pins are sticking out on the other side. There's different ways to mark your fabric. I'm going to use a friction pen. I like using these because the ink disappears with heat, but you could use a fabric marking pen or even some tailor's chalk. So I'm going to put a little mark, and the end one I always put a little line either side as well, just to help me see where that dart is. I'm using the pin to guide where to put the pen mark. I'll sort of feel the pin under the fabric, and this last end one here, and I've put a little mark either end to show where that finishes. I'll now turn that over. I need to mark the other side, so I'll gradually pull the paper forward, mark the dart, and again put a little mark either side to mark where the end is. I'm gradually making my way up, marking those dart legs. So all the pins have been removed, and I've now got the dart marked onto both sides, so I can separate both pieces of fabric. And I now need to pin these darts ready to be sewn. And what I'll do is I'll pinch at one end where that mark is, and I can pinch at the other end. And where I put that little mark to show the end of the dart, I can put a pin in either end. And I'm hoping that if I put a pin in here, it's pretty much in place. I can just bend that a little bit forward. The pin is on that mark there. That's okay. I went to the centre first, and I'll pin to a point. And that's marked okay there. I'm now going to turn the fabric over, because when I'm sewing, I'm going to sew to the point. So I might just move that pin to this side, and then I've got 2 marks. And check that's in the right place there. And that's matching up okay as well. So that's now ready to go to the sewing machine and be stitched. So the double-edged dart has one end, one pointy end, and then the other pointy end. And what you want to do is work towards the point. So you don't start at a point. The best thing to do is start at the middle and follow the line down towards the point. Using my little markers that I put as a guide. Look at the end point. I'll eyeball where to finish there. So my needle is right at the very edge of the fabric. I'm going to lift the needle up and remove that and keep 2 tails. Flip the work over. Now I can start at the centre point again. I will overlap a little bit here. Do a little back stitch just to secure that, and then I can work the other side in the same way. Get where the point is. Finish so my needle is right at the very edge. Lift it up. Keep 2 tails. So the dart has been stitched and cut off the ends from the centre. At the ends of the dart, where we've got the 2 threads, simply do a double, or for super security, a triple knot, and snip the ends off, and that will keep that secure there. Do the same on the other side. That's a knot done on that end as well, and that's ready to be pressed. I have quite an old tailor's ham here that I made a long time ago, but I do find a ham really useful with the curved edges to press curved things. So my dart, I'm going to press the seam first of all, just to set the stitches into the fabric. And then most patterns will have you press the dart towards the centre. And this is where a tailor's ham comes in rather useful, because you can see it's pressing over the curve quite nicely there. Now press over the end of the curve, the point, and press the dart to the centre. And I'll do the same with the other side. So I'll press over the point, pressing it to the centre of the garment. And it's always good practice to press the right side as well. And the other side. And that way we've completed our double-ended dart.